If you suspect that there's something not quite right about a particular person, listen to your instinct. So many trusting men have told us, after they've been taken for a ride, that, you know, I thought from the very beginning there was something suspicious, but she was so friendly, she was so charismatic, so sexy, and she wanted me. How could you resist? Exactly. In fact, this is one of the signs of a potentially dangerous woman. She's too everything, too friendly, too upbeat, too interested, too sensuous. A dangerous woman is fantastic at creating a particular image. She's developed the ability to become exactly what her victim wants from a woman. It's all part of the trap. With laser-like precision, they're amazing at being able to identify any weakness. Being a nice person is seen as a weakness by them. It's something she can exploit. If your instinct, that little voice in your head, tells you that something isn't quite right about her, listen to it. It is possibly right, but maybe you need more specific evidence. So let me tell you what else you need to be aware of. Dangerous women, and dangerous men for that matter, tend to be very intelligent and brilliant at making you feel sorry for them. It's part of drawing you in. It's also a test. They want to see how trusting you are. If you don't seem to care enough, they might move on. But if they perfected the image of being so attractive, they figure you'll take pity on them instead, rather than losing them. And when you do that, she'll know that she's got her next victim lined up. She will appeal to your niceness. Really dangerous women will even get you to feel sorry about things that they tell you that are actually quite difficult to prove, or could be really embarrassing for you if you ask them to prove it. For example, we've come across cases of extremely dangerous and dishonest women who falsely claimed that they'd been abused as a child, and some have even claimed that they'd been raped when they were younger. But they haven't. They've made it all up. Now, we know of one man who paid for her to see a therapist. She didn't go, but kept the money instead. The specifics of what a dangerous woman tells you can vary very widely, but their objective is to draw you in by making you feel sorry for them. Remember that. They paint themselves out to be a victim, but they're actually setting you up to be the victim. If she claims to be a victim, as I've just mentioned, gently ask her in a caring way to tell you precisely when it happened. What were the specific circumstances? Where did it happen? What were the dates? Which police station was it reported to? And in a caring tone, encourage her to talk more and more about what she says happened to her. Notice how she answers your questions, or more importantly, how she doesn't answer them. Does she change the subject to avoid saying anything that could be checked or disproved? How secretive is she? Dangerous women are often obsessively secretive. After all, they have got a lot to hide. If you ever confront her about it, she's quick to accuse you of being the unreasonable one. We heard one story of a guy who was in a relationship with a woman who turned out to be a complete fraud. He made some comment about how secretive she was about her cell phone and the text messages she sent and received. She flew into a rage, claiming that he didn't trust her, and then in a very grand gesture said, "If you don't trust me, here's my phone, so you can see for yourself to see that I'm not doing anything wrong." He reached out his hand to take the phone, and then at the last minute, she pulled it back and told him how pathetic he was. He didn't get to see the phone. Does she appear to be ultra needy? Somebody who's got the knack of making you feel down, or just being in her company makes you feel bad? Are you relieved when she leaves or gets off the phone to you? She'll keep talking about herself and dumping on you all the time, but you haven't got the heart to tell her to stop. Everything is about poor me, life is so unfair, etc., etc. Men and women who come into intimate contact with dangerous women often have been through weeks or even months and years of questioning their own sanity. When they've come into contact with these sorts of women, she's an expert at put down. She believes that putting down other people will somehow lift her up. She's got no qualms about being critical about friends. Now, I've shared just some ways to spot a potentially dangerous woman. But if you or a friend are already in a relationship with a dangerous woman, what can you do about it? Well, I hope you'll find some help on other videos on the Dangerous Women's channel. And if you know anybody who's been targeted by one of these women, or you've got suspicions about a woman that they're getting involved in, share this video with them or direct them to venusthedarkside.com. Thanks very much indeed for watching.